Hello divas, dolls and dears, my name is Penny and welcome back to me being up. I'm up now. I don't know if you can tell, I don't know if I sound taller, but I've got a standing desk. I am physically up on the x-axis. I hope I sound taller, I hope I sound more intimidating. I could be sat down, you have no idea. I could be completely lying to you. But today, seeing as it's a sunny day, I've got a carafe full of lemon, lime, and cucumber, and a little bit of sugar just to make it nice and sweet. I want to talk about the blessed experience that is gender euphoria. Good day, good emotions, that's what we're going for. So for all my sisters out there, gender euphoria is best described as something in between butterflies in your stomach and like finally coming home to a place that you've only ever been able to see in your dreams. It's anything from surreal to emotionally completely overwhelming. You may actually know what I mean by this, like you experience it, but I wouldn't know, you know, because the whole born in the wrong body thing. Like, is this how guys feel when they finally bench 225? I hope so, I want that for y'all, it's great. But after making a video about the scary realization and the painful journey of affirming your gender, I want to touch on something a little bit happier because despite what you see in the media, being queer isn't all about having your rights slowly taken away from you and feeling kind of unsafe in public. It's also a journey of fighting for yourself, your respect, and doing deep personal work. As much as they will hate me for saying this, there is an inherent struggle that any form of queer has to go through in order to self-actualize, and that's a level of self-work that a lot of people who fit into heteronormative roles don't have to do. In order to become yourself, you have had to go through so many moments of fear and unease that really require you to put yourself out there in a way that others may not experience, and all of that requires a courage that others would really have to call upon. And I think due to the messages we receive, it's easy for us to forget that because you're so caught up trying to justify your own existence or, you know, fight the internalized transphobia that's pushed on us. But like, fuck that, it takes a lot to come out, never mind actually transition, and you shouldn't forget that. People can go through their entire life and never have to do the work that you have had to do to become the best version of you. You know, they're 45 and just completely controlled by their complexes and egos, but because you went through that, let's be honest, worldview-shattering experience and walked out of the fire as a better version of you, you've done that work.
I survived because the gender inside burned brighter than the fire around me.
Okay, so now that you hopefully feel proud about yourself, because you should, let's talk about the ways that we can protect and also make that queer joy. First of all, wear it. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be outside at first, and it doesn't have to be the exact piece that you want yet. Like, say that there's a skirt that you really want, get a cheaper version of it first. Charity/thrift shops can be so good for this. I understand some of you may be seen as like buying female clothing, but hey, maybe you have a sister who would just absolutely love this piece. I mean, you can ball out on the exact thing that you want, but if you find it unflattering, you might be out of luck. Also, as much as I hate it, Amazon is really good for this, but be careful with Amazon. Amazon for baby trans is like walking into a cheesecake factory when you're on a diet.
Look at that. But look at this too. That meatloaf and that mashed potatoes with these clams and this. I'll take both of them.
Everything that you could possibly want is on there. Do not get cat ears, I swear to fucking God. Once you get that piece, and if you really like it, firstly, take a photo. Euphoria feels as good as dysphoria feels bad, which says a lot because, you know, dysphoria is... But that euphoria isn't going to stay forever, sadly. So it's good to have a moment to look back on when your brain comes, but seriously, you will have bad days. So it's helpful to remember those moments, especially if you're in the process of waiting for HRT or not fully out yet. One thing about euphoria that I want to mention is that from what I've seen, it works very much like a treadmill. To explain, when I first accepted my femininity, it started as painting my nails, which I've been doing since I was like 14. So after starting doing that again, I felt much more connected to my femininity, and then that slowly went away. So then I got some like very feminine pajamas, but the girl pajamas just turned into my pajamas. This is good and bad. It's bad because the things that give you euphoria will slowly become pretty normal to you, meaning that you have to do more and more to get that feeling. But the good part is you are progressing, and that normalization is you slowly becoming the person that you're attempting to be. And also that feeling going away pushes you to become even more of the person that you want to be. Now we have the first thing out of the way. Secondly, if you can, Do the thing you want to do, and if you have any friends to do it with them. If they're good friends, they'll protect you. I remember meeting up with some work friends outside of work and wearing nail polish and mascara, and I was so nervous because we were going to like a pretty standard pub.
Get me any glue, could you? Take the edge off. Glue? Yeah. Glue's coming back.
But I was going with friends who knew about me at the time. 1, they didn't make a big deal out of it. 2, they prompted and gave me moments to talk about it when they figured out that I wanted to. You are a woman, or man, depending on what your flavour of legenda is, and that person exists outside of a bedroom in a Discord VC. I understand it's not safe for people right now, especially in America, which seems to be getting worse by the day. But if you have that support network, take full advantage of it. If they're truly your friends, they'll understand that you're nervous and they will try and help. Next thing, mental health, babes. You've got to take care of it. Trigger warning regarding food and like eating here, so if that's something that you have a history with, please don't watch this. I know you're not going to listen to me because you probably want to trigger yourself, but yeah. I know there's like a stereotype of like chronically online trans girl that exists for a reason, and it's a whole other discussion that I cannot cover in depth enough here. But it's not a hole you want to go down. It's full of eating and body image issues that take years and years to recover from. Trans girls are not immune to the same messaging that cis girls had to deal with growing up, especially if you're in your late teens / early 20s like me. The messaging was everywhere, but we also take that on an extra amount, not to make it competitive between trans and cis women because we are all together, but because we tie those beauty standards into our validity as women, we tend to take it even further. Now, this isn't an ad, like a company would support a channel with 90 subs anyway, but I heavily recommend the app Voda. It's a gay therapy app that is made and curated by queer psychologists. I recommend the like 10-day plans that they do, where so basically you'll like pick a topic, you're like, oh, I think I'm not secure in my identity, and then there'll be like a 10-day program where you learn how to build security in your identity. So wear it. Go outside and protect your mental health. I think that's the basis of Euphoria. Well, it is for me at least. So how do we build on that? Learning makeup, for some, is something that they're excited to do. For me, fucking my eyeliner up feels like the slow walk back to a car after coming last in a race at school. It's not fun. But that's just me, and despite that I'm trying to learn, because, you know, girl, when you get it right, you get it right. Same goes for voice training. I started this year off with a good streak of voice training daily, and slowly fell out of practice due to work and dysphoria, because voice training is an inherently dysphoric thing. But what do we say about mental health? Try and reframe that, but instead of being like, a cis girl wouldn't have to do this, it's, oh, I'm slowly working towards the person that I truly am. Something like that can be so helpful in terms of just getting you one step closer. Finally, journaling, affirmations, visualization. So I can't visualize because I'm a dumbass and I have that condition that I can't remember the name of, but I'll show it on screen now if I remember. So the way that I do this is journal. If you are anything like me, you probably have some idea of what you want to look like after a few years of transitioning. And know that one girl on Twitter is not what I mean by that. I mean you. With that in mind, journal about what that girl will be doing. It's nice to imagine ourselves near the end goal or living our life the way we want to be when we're there. That can hopefully keep you going. It helps keep me going. Whether it's just going for a coffee date with some fellow girls or guys you haven't met yet, or you're going to a rave, describe it, write it down. What are you going to do? I bet you'll have fun. But for now, that's all from me. I hope you have enjoyed. I have a lot of videos talking about being trans coming up. Because I made that one video and then I was like, I don't know if I want to talk about this anymore because like it's kind of personal. But no. But after speaking to some like younger trans people, I understand that I sort of can help to a certain extent, so if I can help, I will help. But for now, that's all from me. My name has been Penny. Pull over if you get tired, call me back, and bye.
I'm no more or less than myself. I am me. I want to be myself. My life is worth living here. Yeah!